Hey guys, welcome back to Mokho Talks. My name is Mokho, and tonight we're gonna talk about Overwatch 2 again. Because apparently Blizzard and the Overwatch team are the gift that keeps on giving for us content creators here on YouTube regarding the amount of takes, losses, L's, and everything you want to say. This company keeps on having done to it. Like, it's just not working out the way they wanted to. And honestly, I am not feeling any sympathy or empathy towards these guys. You know, you guys dropped the ball so hard that you left a crater at the hopes and dreams of every gamer out there. Yeah, I think I'm taking it a little bit too much, but it kind of feels this way. And like, it does feel to us gamers that this is what you guys have done. The trust that Blizzard has in us is just gone. We don't trust this company anymore. Overwatch is, to me, personally, a dead game. It does not exist anymore, and so far it's not doing as great as everyone thought it would. You know, everyone back at Overwatch team, the Overwatch 2 team, and Blizzard. So what's going on? What's happening? Why am I making this video today? So as you guys know, in my previous videos, I've talked about Overwatch 2 shooting itself in the foot again and again and again. And the biggest reason for that is having, first of all, Overwatch 2, when it first came out, it was not really a sequel. It was more like an update, a graphical update, new maps, new heroes, etc., 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 new payment system, which I think there's been a lot of disagreements over that. Me personally, I have more inclined to agree with the Overwatch 1 system, purchasing system, but we'll get to that later. And yeah, that's a new balance system to the game. That's basically all it was. It wasn't really a sequel. What actually made Overwatch 2 to be called Overwatch 2 is the promised PvE content that they've been marketing again and again and again and again and again, showing us trailers after trailers after trailers after trailers. So for us personally, we thought that, well, yeah, this is how Overwatch 2 is gonna be. It's gonna be the PvE that they promised, that they've been working on. They have been working on for years and years and years, and they've been promising and saying, "Hey, it's gonna come, it's gonna get there," and it never did. And I think I've made a lot of videos regarding this. I talked about this extensively, and I have said in my previous videos that I will never touch Overwatch 2 ever again, and I have kept this promise. I have not touched this game ever since uninstalled it. Haven't looked towards it. Been reading a lot of news about it lately. I just did not care, but nevertheless, it's still content from my YouTube channel, so I am gonna keep doing this kind of content for it as much as possible. So what happened in the past few weeks is that Overwatch 2 came to Steam. Now, I have mentioned this in one of my previous videos that Overwatch 2 will be coming to Steam, and that I predicted it correctly that it will be review bombed. Basically, what was the essential reason for the review bombing, you guys ask? Well, it's obvious. It's the PvE content, the thing that they promised and could not deliver on. And it's been not just doing bad in Steam reviews, it's been also doing bad in the rest of the Blizzard's actual response to this. Our favorite person, Aaron Keller, decided to take the helm and take the full-blown force of the user's hatred. Let's check the director's take from Aaron Keller, and as usual, I will read some of what he's saying, and I will put my intake while we're doing so. Right, let's wait. Okay, so director's take, looking beyond Overwatch 2 Invasion. So Overwatch 2 Invasion is their newest update. They had a new support hero, which, by the way, they've been... Listen, guys. The heroes that they've been adding are shit. Like they are just copy paste from previous heroes, and they've been adding them that doesn't have any sort of uniqueness to them. So, and the new heroes really are, and they added like what, two supports now, three supports. Kiriko, that flower dude, and now this woman. I don't know what her name. Like I said, I haven't been playing the game lately, and they have added one tank. I don't know how they're balancing the game, but it's just not in a good. It's just not in a good way. All right, let's just continue reading through. So, Overwatch 2 Invasion launched last week, and this is on August 18, by the way. I know it's a little bit late, but that's what's happening. And it was our biggest season launch ever. The release included work from every section of the Overwatch team, and we've been looking forward to sharing what we built with all of you for a long time. I'm not even gonna comment on that. We made big additions to the core PvP game and other features, a new battle pass, a null sector theme that we received great feedback early on. So the null sector theme that they received great feedback on is the old Overwatch 1 null sector theme, because it was tied in with the story of the game, so everyone actually had a good feedback of it back then. I'm guessing this is what he's talking about, because you had not received any good feedback recently. We also launched the first chapter of our story missions and ran a co-op event alongside the release. Seriously, no one cares about that. We've heard from many of our core players that the game is in its best state and it's ever been, and many have told that it feels like we're really listening to their feedback, and that this season is a culmination of that. It's so awesome to hear. Honestly, you say, okay, I have to believe a little bit of this, because when you've been eating shit for so long and you finally taste something a little bit better, you're gonna have better feedback about it. This is how it sounds like to me. Like, this is what you're telling me right now, that your core player base have used to be abused for so long that when you give them like a little bit of hope, a little bit of love, they think it's the best thing ever. That's not good, by the way. Anyway, what he's saying here is really not that much of a it's not nothing. It's basically nothing. Illari, our newest artist, her name is Illari, our newest support hero, was introduced this season. Players have given us a lot of positive feedback about her. Our balanced goal for the release of Illari was to make sure that she felt strong but not overpowered at launch. So with the new hero they released before Illari was the flower guy. I actually forgot his name. When they first introduced him, he was shit. Like, he was very, very, very ineffective in combat. Like, people still will pick Kiriko over him. So the thing I have regarding Overwatch at this point is that the Overwatch team is very, very bad at balancing their heroes. So either they send a hero at the first launch which insanely overpowered, and then they instantly like break their legs, or they send out a hero that is so under level, underpowered, or underpowered compared to other heroes that you really don't play him. And the difference here is that you're getting these heroes behind a paywall, and getting a hero that's either insanely good or insanely bad is very, very, very unacceptable regarding for the gameplay. Because if you have a really, really good hero, then the game is becoming a pay to win, which basically people who have money, or well, everyone has money to buy it, but people who have money are gonna have like faster, earlier access to this hero and dominate the rankings. And if you have this bad hero, then you'll feel like, wait, what the fuck? I just paid so much money so I can get this shitty hero. It doesn't work both ways. It's not working. All right, and the Overwatch team is so bad at balancing. To this day, Genji is still one of the underwhelming DPS characters in the game, and yet he's still the best, because early on in Overwatch 1, when they were good at balancing the game, Genji was one of the overpowered character in the game, because as soon as you master this hero, you're good, literally good regarding any DPS. Essentially, Genji to this moment, to this day, I think his blade is still the shittiest ult you can get regards for DPS characters, because Without nano boost or anything, you just don't do any damage. And to this day, they're still so bad about balancing. They just everything is just never working the way it should work. I think we hit that goal. Illari is very strong, but some of what helps Illari not feel overpowered is her support role and kit. Were we to release a damage hero with a one-shot ability, we would be a little more careful with the power level. Illari will enter our ranked mode on Thursday, August 24, and we will be making a few adjustments to her by then, most likely to her healing pylon and ultimate. Okay, whatever. Okay, so they also released a new game mode, Flashpoint, with 2 unique maps this season. There's been a lot of talk about Illari, other parts of Overwatch 2. We're saying, okay, so here is talking about the new game mode, blah blah blah, and the story missions. Yep. So only 1.6% of attempts successfully completed Gothenburg on Legendary, and 0.7% attempt on Toronto was successful. We feel like we learned something with the level difficulty and are excited to play. Yeah, 1.6% is... yeah, that's not a lot of people because no one's playing the game, dude. Literally, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna show you guys why I'm saying this. The game was released on Steam, all right, on Steam. So it should have reached a much bigger audience than what they previously had with only Battle.net, and they still had this only 1.6% successful attempts on Legendary. Seriously, with this many people playing, with this many audience available, there's got to be something wrong here. If you got only this much attempts success, I know, like you're saying, oh, it's Legendary, so it's very hard. Still a very small number in comparison of what you should be expecting. Like at least 5%, hell, 10%, not even 5 or 10%, meant 3%, 4%, because you need people to be playing the game. Anyway, moving on. So this is where we come for the big, problem that the game had for the past few weeks. We also launched on Steam last week, and although being review bombed isn't a fun experience, you know what else isn't a fun experience, Aaron? Having you lie to people's faces, having lost a game, Overwatch 1, which we all paid for our hard-earned money, $60 by the way. The game cost that much back then. We all lost that game with nothing to show for it. That's not a fun experience. It's been great to see lots of new players jump into Overwatch 2 for the first time. Well, it's free to play, so everyone's gonna play it. Our goal with Overwatch 2 has been to make the game more accessible than ever for more people than ever before. Well, you were successful, not in the way you intended though. Many of the reviews on Steam mentioned the cancellation of much larger component of PvE that was announced in 2019 as one of the primary reasons for dissatisfaction with the game. I get that. That announcement was about an ambitious project that we ultimately couldn't deliver. You listen, I'm gonna tell you something here. You will not live this down. As Overwatch 2, as Blizzard, you will not live. Players will not let you live this down. They will always hold this over your heads, because this was the huge fuck up I've ever seen a development team or a gaming company ever do in regard to its fan base. The amount of bullshit you deserve from that is insane. It is insanely deserved, by the way. Like I said, I don't feel any empathy or sympathy towards you guys, because you had so much time to just come out and say, hey guys, yeah, PvE content is not gonna show up. You had so much time to do that, but you kept prolonging it, postponing until the day came when literally everyone was expecting the PvE content, and you just showed you just gave us the middle finger. If we can't turn back the clock, then what can we do? You can make the game better, for one. I'll tell you. We can keep adding to and improving Overwatch 2. This is how we move forward. This means more maps, heroes, game modes, missions, stories, events, cool cosmetics and features, and an ever-expanding, evolving, and improving game. This is the future of Overwatch, one where we will continue to create and innovate on what is making the game great now for the players that we are playing now. All right, I'm gonna tell you how you can, move forward with Overwatch 2. First of all, stop your fucking agenda-pushing shit being thrown in our faces. Secondly, remove the heroes from the battle passes. Literally, that's insanely bad. Thirdly, add a less in as a less annoying system to get cosmetics. Some people don't want to play, don't want to buy the battle pass and lose their chance to win, you know, cosmetics, really good cosmetics. Now listen, I understand that you can buy the battle pass for like $20 and just, you know, play the game, get the experience points and get the cosmetics. But I think that here's the difference between Overwatch 1 and Overwatch 2, and this is what I told you guys that I will talk about later. So Overwatch 1 had this system where as long as you play the game, you reach a certain level, you get a certain amount of experience, and you get to a certain level. And when you get to a certain level, you get a loot box in which you can win experience points for free. Not experience points, sorry, cosmetics for free. All right, you would get like 4 or 5 stuff from the loot box, and one of them might be a legendary cosmetic that you didn't have before. This needs to be brought back into the game. I'm being serious. Listen, I don't like loot boxes. I didn't like loot boxes back then, but I am kind of convinced that loot boxes was still a better system than battle pass. I do not like battle passes. I honestly and sincerely hate battle passes, and I hate Fortnite for giving the other developers and gaming companies the idea that battle pass works. It doesn't. It really doesn't, and I hate it. This is a very, very annoying thing to introduce to a video game. So what does battle pass do to you? Basically, first of all, battle pass is seasonal. So you get from, you know, like 4 weeks, 3 weeks, or maybe 2 months of, hey, you have a battle pass, you need to play the game, and you need to get your stuff. He's like, all right, fine, I'll buy the battle pass. Okay, let's say I play for 2-3 weeks and then I'm bored of the game because, well, some of us do get bored from these games. Like, we don't have the attention span of a 5-year-old where we need to keep playing the same game over and over and over and over again. And at some point you reach that you don't play the game anymore. You put it away for like 5 days, and you feel like you feel bad because you already paid money for the battle pass and you're not playing it. You're not getting the experience points you want to get the cosmetics that are on the battle pass, which are only available for a limited time in that battle pass, and you cannot buy it anywhere else unless you want to pay like $20 to buy one skin, which is too much, I'm afraid, right? In comparison to Overwatch 1, where you can just play the game like hell, play 3, 4, 5 matches, and you level up, you get a free loot box. I mean, that was honestly better. It was legitimately better. Anyway, this is how I feel about battle passes. Maybe some of you guys have different opinion about it, but for me personally, I don't like it. I don't like this new system. I like the old one better. Maybe without the loot box being purchasable. Maybe just let us, bro. Just can't you? I don't know. Why don't they just add the both system, like both add battle passes and free loot boxes? Well, I guess in normal will buy the battle passes, but it is what it is. Anyway, Overwatch is such a unique game and world when our heroes are all working together to complete an objective. How? There's no lore anymore. There's no storylines anymore. You have story missions, but it's basically random. It's not like Overwatch 1 when you actually had lore and that was literally holding the game together. There's really nothing else like it. Jump in, there's more to come. As always, thanks for reading. I'll see you in the game. Man, what can I say? Like, it's the review bombing is quite deserved at this point. Let's see the comments, shall we? Good read. Looking forward to future changes. A new roadmap would be greatly appreciated so we have an idea of when to expect certain things. Yeah, I'm sorry, bro. You're not gonna expect that. I'm glad the Steam review bomb hasn't discouraged you. It should have. Anyway, I wonder what the release schedule for more story mission will look like. We've heard from many of your co-players. If you get the first paragraph without calculating, best state ever says who? Who's saying that? No one feels like you're listening to feedback. Did you not see Steam We also talking about when to bring Flashpoint to rank. Flashpoint is already in rank, even director doesn't know what is happening in its own game. They're artificially hard. One of the things that I love seeing Legendary runs that people are streaming online. These missions on Legendary are hard, super hard. They're artificially hard though. That isn't a good thing. You purposely made the enemy a bullet sponge and their damage that is increasingly difficult in a natural manner. Anyway, so yeah, like I said, no one is happy. So the thing is, like, most of these games, when they get review bombed, they get like something ridiculously stupid, like oh, you made me buy something I didn't want to buy, or someone being a troll, or someone being stupid or acting like a moron. But this time, like for Overwatch, every single gamer that played the game, that knows Blizzard, understand what Overwatch is, and they all together collectively agree that this game is garbage right now. All right, like even the Steam reviews are legitimately good good criticism. Even though I know there are a lot of trolls and bad takes out there, but in regards to this game, these are minuscule, you know, in comparison to other review bombs where it literally just trolls rolling around. Like, Steam is the #1 platform that actually allows players or users to, you know, express their true feelings about a certain game. And this is what made Steam so successful throughout all these years. You get this raw input from actual players and users, and you could see if they're actually legitimate or not with the hours played on record for this particular game, which you know then if it's being a troll or not. Okay, so that's basically it. Like, you can't do anything else. Like, you can't argue against Steam at this point in time, especially with Overwatch 2. Now, you'll still have a lot of players coming to Overwatch 2 because it's a free-to-play game, but I'm assuring you that people will come and play it for like 2-3 days, and they're like, yeah, fuck this, I'm not gonna continue with this game. Well, honestly, I'm not sad to see this. I expected this, actually. I predicted this would happen as soon as they said it was gonna go on Steam. And yeah, good luck to the Overwatch 2 team, you know, developers team, but you gotta admit, you guys fucked up hard. You screwed your whole fan base. You're still, to this day, destroying your game with your bullshit stuff that you're adding to it. You know, the last advice I can give you guys on is to just focus on the gameplay. Literally all your updates should be gameplay only. Stop trying to sell the story missions and stuff and events and stuff. It's not gonna work. If you try to make a good balanced team of heroes, I think the game would eventually get better. But otherwise, if you gotta stay on this same road, yeah, this is gonna be the same. This is gonna be Overwatch 1 all over again, with the servers gonna be shut down in less than a year. Anyway, this has been Mokho here with you guys. Please don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and you know, hit that bell button. If you have anything to say regarding this, please do leave a comment down below. I would love to read it, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Ciao for now. Bye bye.